So for this session, we will talk about the sales process through SAP. So how do we create sales or invoice through SAP and how we collect those invoice amounts through SAP. So previously we had your purchase process wherein we have your purchase invoice, and from that purchase invoice or purchase order, we have an accounts payable, and we learned also how to pay that accounts payable. Now, in your sales process, we will have a sales order and we have here an accounts receivable. So, if in the purchase we have an outgoing payment, here we have an incoming payment. So, let's look into the sales process. So, the sales process always start with your sales order. So, your sales order comes from your customers. If you still remember, we have two types of business partners as the sales that can either be leads or customers. So when we say leads, those are not really customers but potential customers. While customers are actual customers in our business partner master data, if you still remember that. Now, in your sales order, of course, sales order will be initiated by your customer. This will be initiated by your customer, and your sales order normally affects the stack as to how many stocks we have in our inventory. But in your SEP, we have this so-called stock commitment. So what is the effect of that stock commitment? This stock commitment is as if a reservation to your total stock inventory. So SAP commits certain number of stocks because of your sales order. Although it is not yet delivered, it is already committed to a particular customer. So that's the wisdom of your stock commitment under your SAP. So your sales order, you will receive that coming from your customer. We will enter it into the system. So again, your sales order affects your stock or your inventory because of the stock commitment under SEP. Now, after your sales order, we now try to fit in the total sales order or the total ordered by the customer. So we try to give now the stocks or inventory and deliver it to our customer. That is the delivery process on your sales process. Now, in your delivery, this actually decreases the stocks. Okay? So in your SEP, what happens only on a sales order is that there is a stock commitment, but the actual decrease of your inventory is through your delivery. And generally, SEP uses your perpetual inventory system. So every time there is a purchase, your stocks automatically will be updated. So that's one of the advantages of SAP as to your sales and purchase because your stocks are actually updated in real time. So since it is actually updated in real time, therefore the type of inventory process utilized is your perpetual inventory system. So therefore, in case there is a delivery, your total stocks will decrease because of that delivery. Now, after your delivery, we can now create an AR invoice. This AR invoice is sent to your customer to show the total amount of the sales delivered or the inventory delivered to the customer. So you will now create an accounts receivable together with the sale. So you debit AR and you credit sales. But in this AR and sales, in your SAP, what happens in your AR is that it updates the subsidiary ledger of the customer who ordered such inventory. And if you still remember in your master data for your customer, it already creates or items on your master data, it already gives you the normal trade terms of your customer. So if ever you will enter a sale or an AR, particularly on a customer master data, automatically on your subsidiary ledger, it will update as to the due date of that AR. So let's say, for example, we will make an entry today, April 6th, and on the master data of the customer, the trade term is N45, meaning the due date is 45 thereafter from the date of delivery. So from the date of delivery, automatically SAP will create a subsidiary ledger and the due date of that AR, which is 45 days after April 6th. That's how your AR works, or AR invoicing works in your SAP. And lastly, we have your income payment. Your income payment happens whenever your customer now pays the invoice. So whenever the customer will pay the invoice, we will have incoming payment, and incoming payment is also tracked through SAP. That is through the banking process. And what happens in your banking process? Of course, your cash will increase and your AR will decrease. In the decrease of your AR, what will be decreased is the amount of the AR invoice paid by the customer. So the effect also will decrease the subsidiary ledger as to the AR of that particular customer. Okay, again, we go back to your sales process. The sales process under SAP first is still a sales order coming from your customer. We will input it through the system. And through the sales order, the SAP or the system will commit some stocks to that particular customer, meaning automatically some stocks cannot be already taken or free for sale to other customers because it is already considered reserved or committed to a particular customer. After that, once we can already deliver the inventory, then we deliver it to the customer. So we will create a delivery report. So on that delivery report, of course, it will decrease now our actual inventory. Again, in your sales order, it will not decrease our actual inventory. It will only be decreased upon delivery. And take note, one advantage of SAP as to your purchase and sales is that there is a real-time tracking of your inventory. Since there is a real-time tracking of inventory, then it follows that SAP makes use of your perpetual inventory method. Now, after that, we will send our AR invoice to our customer. That will increase our sales together with the AR of the customer. The AR of customer will be automatically be updated based on the master data of that customer entered into our system. Remember, we have your business partners master data. We will enter different business partners there, either customers or supplier, leads, etc. Furthermore, after that AR invoice and when the customer will already pay, then we will have an incoming payment through the banking function of your SAP. So the banking function will of course increase our cash and will decrease our AR. So the AR will be decreased based on who or what customer will, the amount of the customer will pay. And of course, the customer subsidiary ledger will also be updated. It will also decrease. So that is the sales process under SAP. Now, we talk about your leads and customers. So a while back, as I told you, we have certain business partners which we consider in your SAP. So in your sales, we only consider leads and customers. So on your leads and customers, leads are not actual customers, while customers are actual customers, meaning they purchase or we have a sale on them. While leads, we don't have a sale on them. Customers, we have a sale on them. So here, we only have a pre-sales documents. However, we have here an actual sales document. Here, we don't have delivery, but we have delivery on your customers. Therefore, we can also convert our leads to customers when they buy. Okay, but if there is an actual sale or there is an actual purchase by the customer, then it is treated by SAP as a customer. But if not, it is only a lead. Okay, I am talking about a business partner master data a while back. And previously on our previous meetings, we also talk about business partner master data. Who are your business partners again? And what are the data entered into our system? So our business partners are customers, vendors, or suppliers, and your leads. Your leads can either be future customers or future suppliers. So all of these items are entered into our business partner master data. And we can customize the data for each type of business partner. As an example, we said a while back, we can customize our customer as to the trade term of a particular customer. So let's say the trade term of a particular customer is N45. Therefore, the due date for our AR will be 45 days after our delivery. That's how SAP works as to your business partner master data. Now, after talking about your sales process and who are the business partners we will make use in your sales process, we go now to creation of your various documents through SAP. Let's start first with your sales order. So how do we create a sales order? So as I told you a while back, a sales order is like a commitment or a reservation to a particular customer for buying a particular product or service. Take note when we talk about inventory, that can either be a product inventory or a service inventory. So to create our sales order, we go to your sales AR module. So you click sales AR module, click sales order, and then you will now choose the name of your customer through your business partner master data. So you can click on this arrow sign here and look for your particular customer. But if you know the name of your customer or the ID of your customer, then you can just input it directly on the header of your business partner master. So, or your business document. So if you still remember, there are three parts of this document. So we have your header, we have the body, and we have the footer. So on your header, we have your customer data. So to look into your customer data, just click the arrow sign here and look for your customer data. Automatically, all of these items will be updated. What you just need to update is your posting and your delivery date. Now, after that, on the body, you can now input the sales order or the items ordered. So you can just click on on this arrow sign here and just place the different items or service to be ordered by the customer. After that, you can now add that particular data. So once you click add, the sales order will now be entered into the system. So if you want to look into the system, if ever, uh, whether the sales order was inside the system already, you can click again your sales order and then click on this last item entry. Okay. And if you click on that last item entry, you will see now the sales order just added. Now, we have here your copy from and copy to items. So this copy from and copy to items, generally what we will make use is only copy from. So where will we copy that? We will copy this sales order to your delivery document. And of course, we can also copy it on your AR invoice. Okay. So take note, again, once we place the item to be ordered already by the customer, automatically you just need to place the quantity, the price will be automatically computed. Okay. Now, after creation of your sales order, the next step on our sales process is the delivery. So in delivery, we will make use of this copy from item. So you click copy from here. Okay, so you click copy from. In the copy from, you click delivery or you open delivery under the different modules. You open delivery under the different modules. So, sir, how will we open delivery under the modules? So, in your sales AR again, under it is the delivery module. So, you click the delivery module. Upon delivery module, upon delivery module, what we do is we copy from your sales order. But if it is from sales order to delivery, we use copy to. Again, we use copy from if we started from delivery. Okay? So sales AR delivery, you click copy from and then click sales order. But if you started from delivery, from sales order, so from the sales order, you click copy to and then copy to delivery. That's the two ways. Those are the two ways for you to create the delivery document. So first one, from the sales order, you click copy to delivery. Or from delivery, okay, you click copy from sales order. Okay. Now, what you will do here in your delivery pop-up menu is after you copy the different items, you need to update the number of items delivered. So there are instances that not all the items will be delivered. So just take note. So initially, on our first sales order, I place here 3 as quantity ordered. Now, what if the items delivered are only 2 pieces or the quantity is only 2? You can update this quantity into 2. Okay? After that, you add it. These remarks automatically come from the sales order because you have copied it from a particular sales order. But if it's not automatic, you can also place a remark there as your notes that it is based from a particular sales order. Just remember the process. So from sales order to your delivery. After delivery, we go now to your AR invoice. Now, on your AR invoice, so after you finish your delivery, so after completing your delivery or after adding your delivery, you can now copy it to your AR invoice. So click copy to AR invoice or from your sales AR module, under it is your AR invoice. So in your AR invoice, you click copy from here, you click that, and you copy from your delivery. Okay? You copy from your delivery. So again, 2 ways. The first way is from delivery. You copy it to AR invoice. Or you open AR invoice and you copy from your delivery. Okay, so those are the 2 ways for you to create your AR invoice coming from your delivery. So either you go back to your delivery module and you copy it to your AR invoice, or you open your AR invoice module and you copy from delivery. So those are the 2 ways. Now, in creation of your AR invoice, as you can see, you can already edit the payment terms, but normally these payment terms are indicated already in the master data of your customer. So you can edit the payment terms under accounting tab in the body. So click accounting tab, edit payment terms in case there are new payment terms, but automatically the payment term is whatever you have placed under your business partner master data. After that, you click add. After that, you click add. Okay? So we're done on the three processes. First, on your sales order. Next, delivery. And lastly, we have your AR invoice. So what if we have now a payment? What if we have now a payment? So if ever the customer will now pay the AR invoice we entered in your SAP, so what we do here is we go to your incoming payments. So how do we create an incoming payment? To create an incoming payment, first you click banking. So banking menu, click incoming payments. And then under incoming payments, you click the customer who will pay. So here, let's say the customer is C2000. Sir, how will we find the customer? That is through this arrow. Click that arrow, and the customer data will pop up. Just click the customer who will pay and check the uh, invoice that the customer will pay. So assuming this is the invoice that the customer will pay, we will check that. After that, function under our toolbar. And after clicking the banking function in our toolbar, a pop-up menu will open as to our payment means. So we click cash, balance due as to the amount, and then you click OK. After that, you can now add that payment. Automatically, what will happen here, it will increase our cash, it will decrease our AR. Particularly, it will decrease the AR of the customer who will pay. Okay? So that's the process or the sales process under SAP. So we recap. First, it starts with a sales order. So on your sales order, how do we create it? We create it under your uh, sales AR module. So we create a sales order. So the sales order will be copied to our delivery. Or under delivery, you copy from sales order. Two ways on how to record the delivery. You copy from sales order, you copy it to delivery, or you open delivery and you copy from sales order. And then we have now your AR invoice. Again, two ways. From delivery, you copy it to AR invoice, or you open AR invoice module and you copy from delivery. And then lastly, we have your incoming payment under your banking function. So that's the sales process under SAP.